And welcome back, everybody, to the WoW Nightcap. This is going to be a shooter edition because I'm by myself in the tavern, which means that I am also drinking alone. Sad but true. Talan still on hiatus. Susan producing in the background. So I'm here to update you on all things World of Warcraft and hopefully get you all the information you need and this quick little tidbit from us here at the tavern. So, I wanted to update everybody on the April 2025 trading post. It is live. Of course, we are in April. This is actually, as you're hearing my voice, it is April. So, the showers are here to bring the Mayflowers. So, it is Dark Fair themed. So we have the lively Dark Moon Charger, the Violet Dark Moon Charger, and the Emerald Snail Mount rounding out the mounts. We're also got a couple of different ensembles, some jester clothes, and then other various camo skirts and war pieces and all sorts of other shenanigans. The bonus reward this time is the Topsy-Turvy Mask, which is sort of like a Erikai mask, like one of the bird creatures from like it kind of looks like that, but also it's dark moony. So the mounts look good. They're definitely they're horse mounts dressed up like the Dark Moon Fair, which I like. The Emerald Snail looks like a snail that is green. And there's also the delicate delicate silk parasol. What a tongue twister. That will most likely it's a toy, so that will let you slow fall across a map. Also, the ensemble, the Forest Rollers, blooming attire, and rooted attire look great. They make you look like just a garden gnome, just a plain old garden gnome. So, both wonderful things. And there's more in the, it's more out there to get if you're into fancy clothes. I'm just more here for the mounts and the pets. But anywho, let's continue on. 11.1.5 content update. I feel like Undermine just dropped, but here we are getting more content. Oh boy, getting more content just given to us here. Blizzard can't stop cooking in the kitchen, and we're on course 8 at this point. I'm so full. I can't stop eating. April 22nd, Nightfall. Collect epic rewards and defend Halifal from the Sareki. So it's going to be a Nightfall event. Also on that day, the cooldown manager for class ability cooldown tracking will be available directly from Blizzard. Blizzard is just building add-ons into the game that people like. So use them or not, it's your choice. But if I don't have to have an extra cooldown or a cooldown add-on to take up my precious memory, cooldown manager it will be. April 22nd to May 20th, the Winds of Mysterious Fortune. Get your alts battle ready in no time with the new leveling event. So we'll be happy to check that out, understand what it needs, and hopefully, if it says ready in no time, I'm hoping for some fast leveling. That's what I want. I want fast leveling. May 20th, because you got all your alts battle ready. May 20th, Horrific Visions Revisited. Score heroic gear and witness the nightmare of the old gods once more without the need of ridiculous things. Just go and do it. It should be fun. It should just be a fun thing to do. And then starting June 3rd through July 15th, Dastardly Duos team up and for a takedown of iconic bosses from the past. You're going to be able to go to the big arena in Undermine and fight bosses. Just get to team up with teams. You can take a full party of 5. You can also fill in gaps in your team with NPCs. You can also dismiss NPCs and do it by yourself. So there's a lot of tidbits to it. Based on what I see, it is very much a participation will get you the trophies. But if you want bragging rights and better times, boy, is there a lot of fun to be had here. So I hope they learn from it. Hope they get more into it. I hope that people have fun with it. I hope that I like that Blizzard is trying new things. to engage us in the World of Warcraft and giving us more content to do. That's really how things should be going over there. So I'm excited. I'm actually excited to go back into Horrific Visions. I liked that content. I'm excited to go back into said content. So you know, I'm here for it. Really here for it. So uh there is a new add-on from Archon Tooltip. It's called the Archon Tooltip add-on. And oh boy. So the Archon Warcraft Logs Tooltip add-on has come out of early access. And it's adding raid parse and progression metrics to in-game player tooltips for Cataclysm Classic and the More Within. Essentially, what this is doing is pretty much killing pugs. I hate to say it, but this is going to be the pug killing add-on. This is gear score. For those of you who played that Wrath of Lich King, gear score, proving that you did X and Y and Z. I need you to send me the Chivos and whatever. This is that all over again. And it wasn't great then. It's not going to be great now. For those of you that are worried, yeah, it's going to suck because people are not going to believe your skill if you don't have certain things, right? Like, oh, hey, you never did Liberation of Undermine, or if you never did this, or you didn't parse purple, like, maybe this is your alt. There's a lot of BS here with this thing, so it ain't gonna be great. It ain't gonna be great. I would be curious to see if Blizzard lets this thing stay around for long. I don't know if they will. And I'm just hoping they think of through I just think through it, Blizzard. Just think through it. Is it going to be? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of problems, but also there's going to be other stigma as well. Like boosted players are never going to get in a good group, which is the thing. There's a lot. There's just so much here. And this I just don't know. I just don't know how this is going to go. I just don't know. Based on some of the comments here on Wowhead, kill it with fire. Let's find more ways to add toxicity into the game. Congrats. More display of lack of reading comprehension in the comments in 3, 2, it's all over the map. Like some people are like, "Oh, this is great," and other people are like, "TLDR get good," and then some people are like, "This is great," and there's other people are like, "Yikes!" It's not great. I think someone said it like precisely how I feel here. In a new era of toxicity is here. What a time to be alive, and that's really where it is, friends. That's really where it is. That's sad because you might have some good players that haven't touched a raid in a long time that are like, "Hey, I'm coming back to the game," and this is why people are gonna always want to play with their friends. Like people who don't want to do pickup groups because of this reason. People are not gonna want to do mythics or do raiding with pugs because of this stuff right here. So, I am always a big believer of play the game as it's intended to be played, which is just bring the player. And if they're good, great. If they suck, help them learn. If they're not willing to learn, get rid of them. If you don't know how to advertise your group the right way to get what you want, that's on you. If you advertise your group as like, "Hey, we'll take newbies," great, cool. Take your newbies. But, just like someone joins in and you have this add on, you're like, "Nope, out." Like, don't be a jerk. Don't do that. Don't add. Don't like add salt to the wound. Just ask me like, "Hey, do you need to learn this?" Well, we're not taking, this isn't for learned. This is for learned people, not unlearned people. And and you'd be like, "Hey, we appreciate you joining, but we don't have time to teach. We're trying to do this as certain things." So So this is gonna be hell for pugs. This is what it is. You think pugs are tough now? It's gonna be big hell. Big hell. So I wanted to point those things out today. Really is a bummer. Not a fan of the Archon tooltips add-on. Sure, someone out there will disagree with me and tell me it's the best thing in the world, but you know what? So what? Ain't great. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What can you do out here? Nothing. I don't know. But I do know this. I appreciate you all joining us here at the Z WoW Nightcap. Remember, you can find all of our links at linktree/WoW Nightcap. You can find all our things. You can find us on Blue Sky. I don't know if you know that, but you can find us right on the Blue Skies. And, we're there. Say hi. We'd appreciate it. And thank you for listening. And share with all your friends. And tell them that we think they're cute. And tell your grandma we said hi. She's nice. Okay, bye.